Oh great. Just when I want to say a little birdie singing his song without sorrow. And then there's like a car behind me. I can't even see where he is. Or she. No matter how cold the winter morning is. And yeah, I don't know where to start. There's so many things I wanted to talk about. Several subjects. I think I'm gonna start with the most recent one. And yeah, that's what happens when it rains in this park. I also don't have the time I wanted to take for this right now, but I need a good structure, and I need people to understand that, you know, like, I need to like, oh my god, there's a fox. Yo mate, what's up? Hi fox. Hey fox. Should we go close? I'd probably freeze anyway. I'm gonna start with the most recent subject, and there's just something that still is on my mind, and I haven't really been able to find a resolution. And I guess the problem is the part of me that's maybe like, or thinks it doesn't want more love, because if I can want more love, I'll be fine. And I think I want to wait for what God gives me. I just need him to give me an experience to make me want it more, so that I can be that love for others and take it on fully. You know, I don't know if there's ever a fully, because then there's more again, but that's what feels right, because then I know I can do it, and I don't know what it could be, but that's why he's God, and he knows all the things already which we don't know. So hey fox, you're so pretty. And she's just sitting there. Oh, I don't know if you can't get out because of the water. I'm so mean laughing. Come out, fox. Oh, God. Do foxes walk through water? I mean, they have to in the woods sometimes, right? I don't know. I guess I can't get him out because he'll be scared of me. Plus, I gotta go to work. Oh, okay, come back, fox. Don't let me bother you, mate. Oh, no. One step too close. One step too close. Let me walk around, and then I'll go back to been meaning to walk to work, but well, not the whole way, but okay. Yeah, this was a bad idea already. I can see it, guys. Why did I do this? Help me. We walk. Okay, no, he can't get out the other side. By the time he wants to get out, I'll be there. No. I don't even know where to start, but it's just that I just wanted love to take me back to love, and I don't know what it can be, but I hope he's got something in store, because I need that. Okay, help me. Ugh, my feet are wet. Oh no, why did I do this? Yeah, it was a bad idea. I should have known. I did know, but somehow I couldn't push myself. So I kind of want to come from as pure place as possible to you guys, but yesterday evening I read a message from somebody who you know, one of her relatives left this earth by suicide, and it just really rang it home again how important some of this information is for people. So it's like, it's better for me to put it out there. I know procrastination is the unresolved issue behind it, but then like, how long can I procrastinate on this? Like, it's fairer on people to bring this information out, even if it's not that pure, because then at least they have it, and that's what I'm thinking, and that's what I've been wanting to do. But when I was closest to love, and the earliest, like closer towards that Thanksgiving day, I was so comfortable with myself and in front of the camera and sitting there talking, and it was just so perfect. And I guess I thought that would kind of come back and faster, but it hasn't. But I'm so much happier than I used to be, and I will share everything that I found. Ugh. Why did I walk this path? That is such an allegory for my life. Why did I do this? If there's an injury in your way, you can push, and you know, my husband said to me, you know, force yourself, and that's even what I think. If I could just, but you know, if I I know love is not force, and force is not of love. We don't force each other, like that's not loving, right? So I don't see how I can force myself to follow love. And after everything I've learned about that there is no failure and this and that, I'm like, I can't just give up. I have to keep trying, I have to keep doing this. And I remember my teacher going through this struggle, and now I'll call it my teacher, and actually, and then, you know, I thought, yeah, that's what we want. But when you're in it, you see what you want to reach, and there's a reason for why. And then she reached it, you know, so what seemed like more effortlessly, but yeah, I'm just gonna be doing my best. I am a human being, and yeah. I hope this reaches those who need to hear what I got so far. Oh, there's loads of insects. Go away. I also don't have the time I wanted to take, but when something else comes up, there's always something come up. And yeah. Oh, there's sometimes there's people I don't want to film random people, but yeah. And where to start? So I think the recent one, and then I can make it more organically and then speak, because a lot of times the best ideas or the best wordages would come to me in my mind like when I was busy elsewhere and I couldn't do it. Because people have a life, they have, you know, they have a day job, their husband could not be well, there's things, you know. Oy, it's so muddy. Why do I always pick the worst paths? I can't answer that to myself. They recently cleaned this up with volunteering, which I was so grateful for, because it's looking so much better, believe it or not. Unfortunately, I see new rubbish there. I haven't seen the side where they did it, so I'm gonna be walking, treading on the grass, and that's so swishy. At least until you get stuck in the next thing. That's exactly how it is. But anyway, I've thought so many things so much, and I have made so many videos that I don't know, but not the videos I wanted to make, that I don't know if I've gotten around to, like if I've already said it or not, because, you know, I meant to say it so many times, but I couldn't say it in those moments. Like if you're just stuck somewhere at work or something, and people on Facebook, and you know, there's a lot of people. After I found that love, all of a sudden they were all there. And I know love is a magnet, and the purity is a magnet, and the love we want, when we, you know, see that it's present somewhere, we are like, what do you call these insects on a light, you know? We just want to go to it, and we just want to find it for ourselves, so we are like really drawn to it. So there were a lot of people. So I didn't mean to mention like how many friend requests I gotten, because I don't want it to be about, oh, look how many friends I've got on Facebook. But like, I need people to understand, like, if I don't reply to one message, then it doesn't mean that I'm ignoring or don't care the content to all of it. And I said several times, you know, please, if you have any question for me that you think I might know, or anything about life, etc., you know, you're welcome to send it. So I hope I won't miss any, but if you send something, you know, I should find it. But then it's just a lot of people saying hi, and I decided to, like, you know, there's people sharing, like what I just mentioned to somebody, committed suicide, this and that. And also, please don't feel pointed out, or because I'm not even saying the name, but there's just, I see a lot of people doing similar things and same things. So there's definitely a lot of us going through stuff, similar things. So I actually know, so that's going to be one of my videos. I know that a lot of people need to hear this, so. And then there's that part of me, ego is like attacking me and like wants to convince me that, oh, this is not that important, just so that I don't feel, I want to feel constantly like maybe I'm not doing this right, but I know there is no right, and I know love is the freedom that actually allows you to make mistakes. But yeah, a part of my soul didn't feel it yet, and until I get to fix that injury, I wouldn't know how. And then meanwhile you feel like the injury is actually convincing you that love that would probably heal it, but because you don't know how or what that would look like, it kind of convinces you to run away. And yeah, I feel bad about that. I don't want anyone to feel like love let them down, because love never lets you down. God never lets you down, even when we feel that. And I posted that recently. Hope was never lost. You just couldn't find it for a while. Can't believe where I walked. Can't believe I did that. It's exactly how I feel on the inside. Oh, maybe it should just make it easier for me. That's like the right path, but then it gets blocked. That's how my life is going. Well, I have to get out somewhere. I don't want to walk the whole way back. That would be silly. I need to go to work. Like, that's just so much to say. I don't even know how to relay this all to you, and I just hope that I'm met with understanding and acceptance. So yeah, I don't actually have, nobody I know in person, let me think, but I know of no one in person who killed themselves, and so I didn't know, it might not be, I don't know what I have to say about it, but I thought if I share about my story about my grandma passing away, it might hopefully comfort some people, or just be an attempt to comfort them. So that's what I'll be talking about in that video. And yeah, also in this group I was in, or we were in, it was like easier to share because we already knew that we mutually, like, of each other, like we all were struggling with something. Maybe one seemed more severe than the other, but when you're in it, it's a struggle. And like we all had that we had that in common, so it would have been quite easy for me to share it there. But as you know by now, or maybe you don't, and that's another thing to explain, has blocked. Long story. Not because of anything I did, but some people who ran the group didn't actually want the answers. But it's a beautiful story. But I felt like I wanted to wait for when the time felt really ripe to share this, and now I don't know what if I'll never be ready, or how will I know? Because I thought it was a confidence thing, and I should be more feeling more like sharing it. But then I realized the value in it, that if you just shared everything as if you know everything, you come off like, if I hear people say that, oh, that's somebody, then like it kind of discredits. I'm going to go this way. Sorry, actually let me walk this way. Or in fact, I could just walk back that way. Wow. So I'm not sure if I should put a number on it, but it is a lot, more than you think. Because when my teacher was in the situation, and she said it's more than you think. I was like, oh, I can think it's probably 200. No, it's way more. And then there were some people, and I noticed I had inhibitions, and I just wanted to feel free and sharing my love without feeling used, or like somebody thinks you're an object, treats you like an object, or some stuff like that. And I think a part of me is not as overt as I would like to be, but then I don't want those people to suffer who don't even need it that way, and if it wasn't even on their mind at all, those ones. But apparently, like, some people, and I don't want to like hold grudges and like complain about people, but that didn't happen. Some people, maybe because you accepted them, that they think, I don't know, that you're like an object and whatever, like up to anything, I guess, or just like, I don't know, it just made me feel so degraded. And it kind of made me like, I couldn't really face people as really as I would have liked before that, but there were so many subjects, so I was actually feeling much more ready to talk and stuff, and I wanted to come from that pure place where I felt that comfortable with myself. I still feel very comfortable with myself because I still remember how I used to feel and where I came from, so I'm not ungrateful. I'm really grateful for that. So, but I think that if I put it out there anyway, at least people have that information. Are you staring at me like that? Okay. And so, it's just, I think it's necessary. So the first one, I might have to do later. So I figured I'll show the park and some beautiful, calming and relaxing nature, which always like reminds you of our true nature. So yeah. So, and yeah, then I don't have to worry about how comfortable I feel. Although I feel way more comfortable in the past, but like now I feel like my standards kind of rose too. Like, I don't know. I just want to come out with purity because I noticed little things I did and that I didn't do like 100% perfectly, but I literally had no time. I was demanding like to do so much stuff, and so how do I get here? This way or this way? I don't want my feet to be muddy. Sorry, not the most beautiful visual at the moment, and that's kind of, they had a really huge impact, what it felt like, so I did want to do my best, But anyway, we'll see how this goes. But at least people will have this information, and hopefully like some comfort or some inspiration really, and some hope that not all hope is lost, which it never really is, but you don't see that. Oh, thank you. The sound. Okay, I think I will rather than a boring pathway. So let me start with the most recent things that have happened and go backwards, and that way it is fresh, and that way I can be as spontaneous as possible today. Because I know with me, writing things down actually organizes my mind, so it's like really useful. But then I always think, okay, when I do get home and I think, oh, maybe I have some time or something, and then like, oh, but I will write this out on like, because I don't want to forget anything and then have to make 10,000 parts. 10,000 or 1,000 for those who are efficient in the art that is math, that nobody actually understands the magic of our time. I'm joking. Yeah. Right, so that's that. Yeah, I think I have to get back to, in fact, there's another park. I can kind of share about that more there, but it's just like, and I posted about that. If you're feeling insecure, ask yourself what you're feeling insecure about. And when I first heard that, but everything's connected to everything, so I have to like, when I heard my teacher say it, but that was like 3 years ago, and then I have to talk about the blueprint, and like I have to like explain everything. I don't know where to start, but subjects in my mind so far. So a lot of people have asked about romantic love, which I'm so glad I don't worry about that anymore. Yeah, and then what else? Romantic love, but it wasn't really like suicide, but like depression, and trying to kind of take it from two angles if possible. Maybe for those, what can we do when we're in it, and what can those around somebody do if you think they might have depression, or who kind of looks down all the time and stuff, without actually adding pressure. But also, disclaimer, I just talk about my experience, the life experience that I have. It's like weird because I don't feel like God needs a disclaimer. I don't feel like love needs a disclaimer, but you know, I also don't want a lot of people, and you know, maybe that was something I didn't know, and then have them come back to me like, oh hey, you know, I tried it and it didn't work, and like making me responsible as if I was claiming that I was like a doctor. I mean, some doctors are really helpful and really awesome, and some, unfortunately, you know, they're also human. Like maybe one person meets a doctor who would have been the best one for somebody else, but then to them, they don't work together at all, and it doesn't work, and everything just is a mess. It gets worse, and all this stuff. And then sometimes the system prevents certain people, like doctors, or maybe politicians or whoever. Politicians. I'm like, I don't know. They're all trying. You know, police or whoever. You know, even if they know the police to do what their heart knows is right to do, you can only do so much. The true healer is God. You know, you don't ever know. Somebody hears that to whom like taking meds would have really improved their lives, and then they take that as another argument to not take them, and then actually complicate their lives. You wouldn't want that, right? But just because I don't believe in meds doesn't mean they can't be good for nobody. Like, it all depends really on the details of the situation, and there's no one person who could know everything about everyone else and what's right for whom and stuff, right? I think this is like self-evident, but I'd rather have said it than not have said it, and then look back like that I needed to have said it and wanted to but didn't. So yeah, pretty river here. It's not normally that full, by the way. This is the rain. This is like actually not that pretty, actually. I'm realizing it's starting to become awful. Oh well. Yeah, what else? So I wanted to make one for atheists. Well, for atheists, and also about atheism, or atheists as far as I know. So I don't know if there's so much that I know, but yeah. And also for them, because a lot of them, I think, they hear the word God and they just kind of think it's untrue for them, but the truth is the truth, right? Like, there's a complete difference between religion and love. So, like, the unconditional universal love and the energy, and we all want that, but it's a long story, so I wanted to do a video about that. What else? Maybe something ties into that, if there's anything tying into that, like other religions related. I don't know. An idea I had about talking about wearing a headscarf, but I sort of already worked that in. I'm not sure, and it's all that because I know that one thing that I wanted to do and couldn't, that it makes me feel like, you know, it like allows these insecurities to like creep back in, and then start doubting myself on things that I used to feel really secure about, but then I'm like, I want these people to have this information because this might be really needed by somebody. Also, I don't know what to call it yet because Satanism sounds so dark, but I also need people to understand what it is. But something like that, and like really dark energies, how to maybe get out of it, like somewhere to start at least, stuff like that. Can't promise it, you know. I know it's a tough. I mean, I don't know, joys, occults, and whatever, but apparently they exist. We learned about it in school. Okay. Yeah, why did I actually take this path? I should have walked that way. Okay, let me just go back this time. Yeah. They're kind of all tied in with each other a little bit. A lot of the things came from the group, like the depression, suicide. I don't know if it will be comforting for somebody if I share my story, but there's something beautiful in that, and if I have nothing else to say, then I'll share this. And in that group, there were a lot of people who, they started to ask questions, but I didn't, then I realized also all the things I didn't know yet. I wanted to grow into it, and then I'm facing my own challenges and realized, oh wow, you know, like this is so much bigger than me, and I hope they don't feel like I forgot or didn't care or something. But they've all, the love has already like spread, and they started to talk to each other and help each other and give each other advice from what they know. So like I've seen it propel, you know. But if they watch this, I hope they know that two paths crossing, both are full of water. Like, you know, really, I'm talking about these. Yeah, so like, I don't want them to feel like I didn't care, because, but then ego came in and tried to actually drag me away from love and try to make me, you know, convince me like I don't need to care and stuff, because I was scared to fail because I cared so much. But that was all before that. I was like, oh, I wish I don't want these people to think, and like I know I just need to tell the whole story, so this is gonna be a video for itself probably if I haven't shared it yet. And I'm not promising all these videos, and these are like my ideas, kind of what I've been wanting to do, and now I gotta go. But like, you have an idea, and then there's other things that started happening recently, and I could go like backwards and kind of share what happened and see what we can draw from that. And then also thought maybe just go through Facebook and do like a screen recording and kind of share what quote I like, because I have loads of quotes out there, or not really quotes, but like words of truth, but like kind of quotes. I don't know, except I'm not quoting anybody else. I just share what I learned, but like, you know, the universal truth. I've seen other people share it before, and it's like, I don't know, it comes from a pure place. Yeah, you can't just like claim, oh God told me. But you know, like, so somebody else found the same words, and then you find the same words when you reach the same growth. You just realize the truth of it, and I can go into so much detail. But I don't want anyone to say, you know, quote is like you're quoting someone else, but you're just kind of quoting the truth, like, I don't know. And then I thought maybe it'd be easier, as opposed to thinking, oh, I'll write all this out, and then not getting around to it, and then thinking it again. If it would be easier to just go through those, kind of like a screen recording, and then I can read the quote, and then you can see the quote, and then I can kind of recount the backstory of how I reached that growth, and I could imagine that it can already be inspiring to somebody, because yeah, if you kind of explain what happened to you, and then maybe somebody also needs that growth or is experiencing something similar, and it will fit right in with them. So I thought that might be an idea. Oh, okay, well, I gotta go, but thanks for watching this long ass intro, and I hope you like it. I feel like I left some things out, but there's just so much to capture, and if it's not said here, it will be said on one of those videos. Alright, or we have to just trust that it didn't need to be said, I guess. Alright, okay, I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. I love that you're here. I love for you. If you have an interest, consider subscribing, liking my videos, sharing with friends, etc. And hopefully this will reach the people who need to hear this. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.